Hello everyone, and welcome to the SaaS Masterclass and the first episode on QA and automation testing. My name is Anup Mehrotra. I'm a senior VP with the NetSmarts Group and part of the leadership team. In today's masterclass, on the first episode, I would want to talk about the importance of QA and how the role of traditional QA is changing in the evolving era of SaaS. I will be covering three broader topics today. One, the increasing importance of quality assurance and in the SaaS products particularly, how QA is evolving from being just a gatekeeper to a more strategic function, and then finally, the impact of DevOps and Agile methodologies in the QA functions. Over the last 2 decades of our software development journey, particularly in the SaaS ecosystem, we have realized that there are, 7 prime pillars in which we feel QA has become increasingly important and critical in the success of a SaaS product. And here is why. To meet and exceed client expectations, continuously deliver and deploy SaaS solutions, scalability challenges as the system expanded, multi-tenancy and security implementation on SaaS solutions, cross-platform and device compatibility, which is again a very, very critical factor in terms of making sure that the SaaS solutions are well-versed. Regulatory compliance, we developed a healthcare solution. We came across multiple healthcare regulations that we need to cater to. So, those things are a very, very critical and important aspect to make sure that the SaaS solutions are well covered within those, purview of those frameworks. And then, of course, the most important factor is reducing customer churn. Every SaaS business wants to minimize the churn and, making sure that if they have a good QA and robust ecosystem in place, those customer churns are reduced. Quality assurance is now evolving from just being a gatekeeper to a more strategic function. Some of the interesting examples, for this shift is as follows. Testing is now becoming more proactive from a reactive function, right? Traditional QA required, and focused mainly on finding and fixing bugs, whereas modern QA is now embedded into every stage of the software development lifecycle. So that's one. Second, there is a great shift to continuous testing. Rather than just testing after a module or a development is complete, testing is involved in all stages of the lifecycle of product development, which involves requirement gathering, product engineering, making sure in the UI UX stage. So at every stage we see testing now. Collaboration across teams. With the continuous testing approach, it has also yielded into collaboration with teams. Now testing teams are traditionally not operating as they were in silos. They are more involved with the whole project development ecosystem. The focus is now shifting towards more user-centric testing. So from just being testing correctness in terms of the application's features, now modern QA is more prioritizing testing in terms of user experience, in terms of performance, scalability. Those are the real key metrics of a QA function these days. Last but not the least, the adoption of AI and ML is really the way forward in terms of modern QA. Leveraging AI and ML to predict defects, to automate repetitive tasks, to identify patterns in large data sets. These are just examples how AI and ML is evolving and helping in the entire QA landscape. Lastly, I want to also talk about and emphasize the impact of DevOps and Agile methodologies on QA practices. This is really shifting the focus from an isolated end-stage testing function to a more integrated, continuous and collaborative approach. And how it is done, basically keeping automation as the cornerstone. So basically, test early, test often, shift left approach, monitoring and feedback loops. More importantly, adopting tools into your entire testing practices and processes. So, for CI/CD, you have tools like Jenkins and, GitLabs of the world, testing automation tools, performance testing tools, monitoring tools, like New Relics. These are, a suite of tools in your testing arsenal will really impact and help in the entire automation cycles. Last but not the least, there is a cultural shift in terms of the entire testing practice. Testing is now becoming a shared responsibility. It is everyone's role, from the developer to the entire operations. So it's end to end. I hope this was helpful, and I will connect again to talk more about how the rise of automation in QA and trends in the upcoming classes. I hope this was great, and then thanks and stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you all.